Hi YouTubers, an update from me. What I was going to do was talk you through what I got from Salute, which is long overdue, I have to say. I've got a few boxes of HO00 172s from there, obviously, and you can probably guess what theme they are, but we shall get on to that. And I've also had a bit of a DIY job that I've finished up in the man cave up here, so I was going to show you that too. And Ringo was mentioning this book the other day. This is my copy, and it was bought for me in, it must have been early 70s for 80p. Well, it came out in 1973. So that dates it, and it's great. I've read it a few times since then. This was one of my favourite possessions when I was growing up. Brilliant illustrations in there. And I got it because I was a big fan of the Look and Learn magazine for boys, which used to tell you all sorts of interesting facts, and made me the man I am today, because they did cutaways of things like jet engines, the Gloucester Meteor. They used to tell you about even things like operas, what they were all about, which was a bit weird at the time, but I do know what Aida is all about, and I know about quite a few others from memory, which is very strange, but it was basically an all-round education for young gentlemen at the time. Very great magazine. Tried to make a comeback recently, failed miserably because there's nowhere to plug it in and kids just do not read these days, which was a great shame. Time's gone by, it didn't work, so there you go. So first up, I got the Italeri Royal Scots Greys for the princely sum of £3.50. Bargain. I've already got one set of Royal Scots Greys, but I wanted the Italeri ones as well because they're £3.50. And they've got the NAF silver horses, well, silver all told, but quite a few of the men are firing carbines in here, so that's one reason to get them. So that was the first lot. For £3.50, you're not going to argue, are you? Second lot. I enjoyed painting these so much last time that I decided to get another set, and I will paint these as a different regiment of Uhlans, so looking forward to doing those as well. And these I think I got for about £3.80, something like £3. It was under £4 anyway. Can't argue with that either, can you? Next up, another packet of Scots Greys, and these are the Esky ones, so £3.95. No carbine men in these, but I'll paint all my Scots Greys in one batch, I think, which will make a big addition to my British cavalry. And Italeri French Hussars, which cost me £3.95. Again, can't grumble with that. 17 figures with horses in there, which is impressive. If anybody wants a closer look at these, just let me know. But again, the silver, so it shouldn't make any difference, but we shall see. And finally, the French Army's camp, which of course everybody knew they were. You get lots and lots of figures in here for adding. What I was thinking of doing was adding these to whatever little vignettes I do, so there's lots of variety of poses in there. You got camp followers, you got blacksmiths, cooking fires. There's even a little tent which I may or may not use. There's people operating on a wounded soldier, so you've got medics in there. Basically divided between chaps entertaining, camp following women, men cooking and foraging, and medical staff, really. Quite rare to see, so I shall be getting on with those, and those cost me £5, £4.95, so why not? It's the variety. So that's that lot. Okay. What I used to have on here is an arrangement of lights, and I thought I had one light over in this corner, I've got this light over in here, I've got the light coming out of the magnifying glass, and I had a strip light above here. So in order to get rid of two lights, I've dug out this halogen garden light and rigged that up. So what I've done is I've put some thick wooden struts on the bottom of a shelf here, so the weight of the books on top is keeping the shelf down, and that seems to be working very well. So as soon as I switch the light on for the loft, I come upstairs and I'm bathed in glorious painting light. The other advantage of this is because it's such a warm light, it actually dries out the figures that I've got PVAing or painted down here. So it dries them out a lot quicker as well, which speeds up the painting time. May have noticed as I was going across the top here, these guys are painted. Oh, must have been a good 30 years ago now. So I've managed to retain a few of my Dungeons and Dragons figures that I did many, 30 years ago basically. A bit dusty now. So that one, the Red Dragon, I did, as I say, a good 30 years ago. I've got a Hydra there, Manticore, the mother-in-law, a Minotaur. I didn't paint that one, I inherited that one, but I've kept him anyway. Another Roman auxiliary trooper, but Ringo was talking about what was the first figure you ever painted, or one favourite figure you ever painted. Well, I did this one over 30 years ago as well, and I still have him, and I'm never going to be parted from him because I really enjoyed painting it and took a lot of time over it and care and effort. I think I put about 7 different highlights of blue on him in the end. I just didn't know when to stop. So he is my all-time most beloved figure. Can't imagine who he was based on, of course, but I think hobbits were involved. It's Games Workshop figure, this one, I think, or Citadel. Miniature, same thing, isn't it? So yeah, he's probably one of the oldest figures I've got. Lost loads of my stuff moving house, because I've moved house about 15 times since I've been in London, so you tend to leave stuff behind when you're leaving in a hurry, which I had to do a couple of times, but there you go. Just thought I'd show you that. Now, the other thing that I intend to do, because the wife is out today, the wife's left me. Just for the afternoon though. So she's left me at home with the kids, so they're busy in their rooms on laptops and iPads doing what kids of their age do, which is basically bugger all. So I want to get as many of these off the bench as possible. I'm going to look at each individual, well, I'm going to go figure by figure, do what needs to be done on each one and work my way through to just get them off to join this lot up here. Otherwise I'm just going to get bogged down forever, because I've got all these guys over here which are very near completed. So these were the ones I was going to prioritise, the foot guards, and then moving on to these guys as well, so I can get those out of the way, and the French as well. And I actually, let me just grab these. My daughter's singing away down there. I've got to finish, so when I get to the, let's get the polyfiller out, then I shall be doing these guys. So if I'm going to get the polyfiller out, I will not just do the one, I'll do as many as I can, otherwise it's just a waste. So, and I'm also going to touch up these guns to look a bit more like Mr. Chippy's brilliant example he did the other day. So done the first two of these, which I'm very happy with. When they're based, I'll give you another viewing. Okay, cheers lads.